Hello, today we're going to talk about the three problems. The first one is using the following data to calculate the new indicated growth rate, and we use the current rate as the complete complement of credibility. The second problem is we are given the following table, and we need to find the developed and trended loss and ALAE by accident here, and we need to find the indicated pure premium, and lastly we need to find the indicated growth rate. The last problem is we have the following given data, and using the loss ratio method we need to find the permissible loss ratio, experience loss, and LAE ratio for the 3 years combined, and the overall rate indication. So let's start by looking at the first problem. Okay, so using the following data to calculate the new indicated growth rate. So our goal here is to calculate the new indicated growth rate, and the new indicated growth rate is calculated by the credibility factor times the average indicated premium plus 1 minus the credibility factor times the average premium. Notice that the average indicated premium is different from the average premium. Okay, we'll go backward. The first one, at first we calculate the average premium. The formula is earned premium over the exposure. So at the given table, we have the earned premium at present rates as 45K and earned exposure units as 1,000. So we divide that 2 and we get 45. Next one is average indicated premium, which is defined as pure premium and average loss adjustment expense, which is LAE, divided by the expected late ratio, loss ratio. And we don't know the pure premium and average LAE right now, so we leave it. The third step is to find this one to find the average indicated premium. Hence, we do this by incurred losses after development and trend, which is 40,000, and then divided by exposure. So 40,000 divided by 1,000 is 40. So now we can put that in here to find the average indicated premium, which is $66. All right, so at last we found the new indicated growth rate by using this formula, and we know that the credibility factor is 20%. So we put the values here to find the new indicated growth rate as $49.33. All right, let's look at the next problem. Next problem is we have this following chart, and we have the loss development factors like 12 months to ultimate, 48 months to ultimate as this. Okay? Now, part A. Part A is we need to find the developed and trended loss and ALAE by accident year. Developed loss in each accident year is calculated by using the development factor. Development factor is right here. So we use that information to figure out the development loss in each accident year. So in 1993, we have reported loss as 1.8 million. So we have that times the development factor, which is 1. And we have these following answers. It will go same for 1994 and 1995. The trended loss in each accident year is calculated by the development loss times the trend factor. Notice that the trend factor is calculated by 1 plus the annual frequency trend times the 1 plus annual severity trend. So the first one is 2%. Negative 2% is coming from annual frequency trend, and 4.3% comes from the severity trend. So we get the following trend factor as 1.02214. All right, now you might wonder what are these 5.25, 4.25, and 3.25. And those are the time factor for 1993. For example, from July 1st of 1993 to October 1st, 1998 will be 5 years and 3 months. So it will be 5.25. And for 1994, 4.25, and 1995 will be 3.25. So we get the following trend loss for each year as these values. And we can go ahead and calculate find the pure premium as an average of each year's pure premium. So each year, the pure premium is calculated as the trend loss each year divided by earned exposure. So we have the following trend losses in each year from the previous section. And then you would just divide it by earned exposure, which is right here. And we get the following premiums. So the average premium is just the pure premium. So we get the pure premium as $830.48. Part C is to find the indicated growth rate. We know the variable expense ratio is all the fees and tax and variable expense. So we add all the commission, 14%, taxes, and the variable portion of general and other acquisition, which is 10%. And we get it as 27%. So that is the variable expense ratio. And our indicated growth rate is the pure premium plus the fixed expense divided by 1 minus the variable ratio that we calculated right here, minus the profit ratio, which is the profit load, which is 3%. So we put all the values here to have 1,229.26. And that is our indicated growth rate. Let's look at the last problem. Last problem is we are given the following information as part of a rate level review of a particular state. And we assume that the rate change will be effective on 1998 January 1st. Okay, so we do have calendar year 1996 data with all these premium, commissions, and losses, written premium, and all that. And we have the calendar year earned exposures and the ultimate loss, rates and effective as of these. So we have all the information we need, and we use the loss ratio method to find out the permissible loss ratio experience loss ratio for 3 years combined, and we finally calculate the overall rate indication. So once we have the first ratio and the second ratio, we get the final ratio by dividing them. All right, so let's look at the permissible loss ratio first. Friends, our goal is to find the first ratio, and the formula is 1 minus the variable expense provision minus the target profit provision. We have the target profit provision, and we find the variable expense provision by summing up all the expenses. So it'll be 15.5 from commissions, 3% from tax, and general expenses are 8%. So we have the variable expense provision of 31.5%, and the permissible loss ratio is 1 minus that 31%, and the target profit provision, which is here, right here, profit provision is 3%. So part A, the first ratio is calculated as 65.5%. Now, let's look at the next part. All right, our goal here is to find the experience loss and LAE ratio, which is the second ratio, for the 3 years combined. Notice that the current premium is the sum of all exposures per territory times the rate in effect as of January 1997. So we get all these sum of exposures per territory, which is 10 plus 15 plus 20. And then you multiply that by the rate effective, which is 140. You do the same thing for 20 plus 25 plus 30, and then and then multiply by 80. When we do that, we have the current premium as 27,000. And ULAE, unallocated loss adjustment expense, is defined as incurred ULAE over incurred losses, and ALAE, which is allocated loss adjustment expense. So we get that as 750 divided by 9,000, which is 8.33%. Now, experience loss and LAE, that is like the sum of ultimate loss and ALAE times the 1 plus unallocated loss adjustment expense. Okay, so we get the total as 6,000, 4,500, and 8,000. So we add all that up and then multiply by 1 plus the unallocated loss adjustment expense. And now we have that as 20,000. Okay, so what is the ratio? The second ratio that we want is the experienced loss and LA ratio is divided by current premium, which is 20,000 divided by 27,000. And we have the second ratio as 74.2%, which is 0.742. All right, so at last, we need to calculate the overall rate indication. Part C is easy. You just have to divide by the second ratio over the first ratio that we've calculated, and then just minus 1. Since 1 plus this ratio is equal to that sum of the ratios. All right, so the overall rate indication is calculated to be 13.3%,